Hey guys, and welcome to a new play commentary. I actually was planning to do the drafting guide today. Unfortunately, I had some audio problems with the recording, so we're gonna throw this in as a little bit of a filler video, and I'm trying to get the recording fixed for the drafting for next week. I'm sorry about that, but yeah, like my voice just sounded very weird in that recording, so I'm gonna hopefully fix that, and then we're gonna try to upload that next week. Instead, we get this little replay. My Malfurion game on Towers of Doom. I've not played Malfurion extensively because I felt that he was very difficult, and I still have the feeling that it is. He's a very stressful hero now for me, and you will see why. So, if you didn't know, he got a rework not too recently, but basically his regrowth now only has a very small hot, so it's important that you keep it on as many people as possible, because you then will heal with your moonfires. So the positioning with Malfurion is going to be very important here for me, but also keeping my regrowth stacked up, as this will ensure me to heal my team. Towers of Doom, and as you can see, we all decided that at the beginning it's more important to brawl than actually get lanes soaked. So, you know, that's kind of weird, but that's how it went in the first couple of rotations, at least. The good thing is the enemy team also decided that they didn't want to have bottom lane soaked, so you can see there's a lot of experience. You will see, and I will point out a lot of my positioning mistakes that I made throughout the game, because I oftentimes at the moment lose sight of where I'm standing with Malfurion. That's one of the reasons that he's very stressful for me to play, because you have to manage a lot of things. You want to have regrowth stacked up on everybody, and you also want to make sure that you hit as many targets as possible with your Moonfire. The second thing, and you see it right here, also want to make sure that everybody that is attacking you or that is out of position gets put into roots. So for me in this game, it's very important to follow up on the Diablo when he either charges or automatically overpowers somebody. Well, not automatically, but immediately overpowers somebody, so that I can put roots under them. Our Tracer got the camp bottom, and we are a little bit like more than half level in front of XP. So we're doing pretty well. And if you look at our draft, obviously we have a very high reliance on Tracer to deliver a good game, because our combi damage is not that reliable. So we need her. We need the Tracer to be very effective. Also, our wave clear is pretty weak considering that we don't have anything that clears wave very quickly. But with the combination of, as you can see here, it was pretty well done by us. The Chromie follow up on our on my roots, and we got a kill, but unfortunately we got a counter kill against our Diablo. And we can see here that I struggle a lot with keeping the regrowth up on everybody, but also staying in positions where I can hit enemies with my Moonfire. And you saw there that the Diablo actually probably could have lived if I hit my spells a little bit better. Here I made sure that we can get regrowth from the Tracer so that she can go in. And here I'm already in a pretty bad position. I'm walking forward instead of staying in the bush. So now I have the issue that I'm a little bit frontlining, and you can see I lose immediately most of my health. I don't have regrowth on myself either, so it's my death here. And that's something that I think a lot of people enjoy about the new Malfurion, because he needs a lot of things going right for him, and it's a lot of skill-based things. The positioning has to be great, awareness has to be great, you have to be paying attention on your regrowth, still look at the minimap, do all these things. So yeah, it's a hero that you will enjoy if you are mechanically very strong, or if you just like the challenge of your heal being not just given, because press a button, but you actually have to press not only 2 buttons, but also make sure that you hit a skill shot, even though it's not the most difficult skill shot. Talents-wise, we go for Swiftness on level 1, Deep Roots on level 4, and then we went Nature's Cure on level 7. But I'm gonna be honest with you, I think I never use it this game in a good way. They have pretty good spells to Nature's Cured, like Polymorph, for example, and Taunt. And I do think you can remove them with Nature's Cure. But I don't really ever use it very well this game. The good thing for us is that the enemy team doesn't really know what to do with their composition. So while they picked something to counter the Tracer with both Brightwing and Malfurion, they don't really play to their strength with it. They don't have them together in one lane normally. And then they also... And this is a very bad route. This is one of the... Let's finish the thought first. So now they have it together in one lane, but now we're 3, so it's kind of bad. And let's jump back and see what I should be doing. So my Diablo's coming down here, which is obvious, you know. And then I should know that he wants to go on the right wing because it's a good target, and he's also mounted, so he can easily reach her with the Shadow Charge. What I should be doing is when he charges her, I know that he's gonna overpower her, and then I just put the roots down under his overpower. Here comes the overpower. There you go. He doesn't get the stun off, which is a little unfortunate. And now comes the overpower. And I think, hey, you know what? I'm gonna just cut off her escape because I'm thinking she's gonna escape this way into here. I'm putting my roots down here, and that's gonna be fine. But realistically, if I just put the roots here, she just lands there from the overpower and can't move away, and our Tracer just kills her. This is just mechanically bad by me. I don't know if it's mechanically bad. Like I just didn't think it through properly in time, I guess. Nothing much happening until the tower spawns. I keep the regrowth up. What I should be doing is probably spam a little bit more Moonfire just to heal the Diablo a little bit more. But it's not the end of the world. I also picked Twilight Dream. I've played around with Tranquility, but it feels pretty weak on the heal. So these times the roots are a little bit better, but they're not amazing. Still, the combination of all of our heroics helps. Well, not all of our heroics, but Pulse Bomb and Twilight Dream help to get the kill on the murder. Yeah, so Tranquility, the armor is kind of cool that you get, but it's, for me, it's not something that negates how small that heal is that you're putting out. And Silence is just so powerful against so many different abilities. Like in this case, Muradin's Jump, Brightwing's Emerald Wind, Anzo's Jump, Variant's Taunt. Like I can interrupt so many things with the good Taunt that, the good Silence. That's gonna be very powerful. As you can see, I'm getting better and better with understanding where he's gonna overpower into. So my roots have been much better in these situations. And the Diablo is doing a very, very good job. Like he, obviously we're playing on voice chat now already, and this is a voice chat patch. So he, I think, wasn't in voice chat, but he was very good in pointing out who he's gonna get, and he always took very good targets to charge. Like he always made sure that he charged easy to hit targets. We're nearly 3 levels ahead, so it's very easy for us to fight into them and not be too scared. I'm still struggling to keep regrowth on everybody. In this case, I should have regrowth myself because Blaze has a higher health pool than I have, so me not having regrowth is an issue. And also here now, I get a little scared and forget to use my spells right away. I could have put regrowth on the Diablo much quicker. Great composition here, the Apoc, and then the burst damage. Oh, excuse me, I needed to cough, sorry. Yeah, so we're pretty much far ahead. And this is something that I realized with Malfurion. I think if you're ahead, he plays much better than if you're behind in games. Because if you're behind, you always have to position yourself even more safely, which leads to situations where you just don't get any moonfires off that are worth anything. And here you see, by the way, why it's currently considered to be the pick to play Malfurion and Tracer. The Tracer just nearly gets healed by full if I put a regrowth on her, even if she is pretty low on health. Enemy team fighting into us is a little bit bad. They found Diablo out of position and got the souls, so that's really good for them, but they traded another 2 heroes for that, so that's kinda bad. At this point I was saying, like, I don't have any mana, so I can't do anything. I didn't have enough mana for roots, and even regrowth and moonfire started to be a little bit of an issue for me. Our Blaze, like, literally owned the solo lane that he had. Top lane just got tower there. And while we're losing it, it's not the end of the world for us. We have still 2 levels lead nearly, and we're gonna get double pressure bottom because their rotation is gonna be slow. While they're on the same talent here now, are going to be able to get double camp and then put pressure on them. I still have a small itch in my throat, so excuse me if I'm sometimes drinking while I'm and this is a prime example of me being bad at Gotta go back in a second for this. Okay, so I made it into the bunker, which is great, but you will see if we replay this now how badly I'm positioning myself. We're jumping, that's actually perfect. So let's zoom out here to find out why I'm positioning myself like this. So first of all, our Chromie here, is that Chromie? No, that's Tracer. Yeah, there's our Chromie here is in a pretty difficult situation because both of the tanks are coming to work. So I'm here, and as you can see, I still have regrowth off cooldown. So I want to give regrowth for people, but I'm completely out of position. Like I'm running into their 2 tanks, and there's no reason for me to be here. Like there's nothing. I can't even see those 2 in the bushes. So I get taunted, I get stunned, and now I'm panicking. I was thinking when I first watched this that I wanted to give Tracer the regrowth, but realistically she already had a regrowth, so there was no reason for me to be there. So me being here and doing all these things just led to me becoming like super low and having to use my Twilight Dream against the 2 tanks, which is not ideal. Again, I'm completely out of position because I'm, I don't know, trying to hit somebody to get heals off of my regrowth moonfires. And finally, I'm in a bit of a better position where I'm not running around like a headless chicken. These roots look a little weird, but they were meant to basically zone anybody who wants to go in here. We're lucky because the bunker is up again, so we actually get a kill here. And this is going to be a very, very fun situation here, because I remember now that I think this goes on for like 2-3 more minutes where we're just fighting around this temple here, and I'm completely out of mana here now. And Malf is not too healthy either. I had Ice Block up again, so this fight has already been going on for 60 seconds. Well, more than 60 seconds. So our Tracer is back now. He gets the kill. Now Brightwing is respawning. And at this point we're like, hey, maybe just back off because we're not gonna get this. Hanzo's arrow is missing. Tracer gets tap. And then there's the bunker again. This is totally not worth it, by the way. We should have just given it up and soaked more experience. Because there's a very good reason, a very good chance that we just get closer to 20 by soaking the XP. But we do kill Varian, and they kill Tracer and Blaze, and we now kill also the right wing. And now everybody's back. And yeah, my ice block is nearly ready, so this has been going on for 3 minutes. And everybody's having fun in voice about this, by the way, right now. We're using Twilight Dream to just finish off the Murden, to make sure he's dead. And I just put Regrowth on everybody. So yeah. So here I'm trying to do some damage. I was a little bit lucky with these roots because he basically overpowered him late, which meant that my roots that I put down rooted him while he was basically being thrown. So he was rooted and then thrown, so he stayed rooted. And we get the tower! Yay! So that's pretty cool. But you've seen like my positioning with Malf struggles quite a bit because I try to put regrowth on everybody and then also still hit any people with Moonfire. And that's something that you will have to be very careful about and learn a lot. Like there's... Like I think Malfurion at the moment is probably the most skill-heavy support. Even more difficult than Alex Spencer. Here I'm in okay position, I think. I tanked the 7-sided, but I see that my Chromie is just dead. I can't do anything here. And now I suddenly am in a position where I'm not okay anymore. Let's have a look back at that. It looked fine at the beginning, so here I'm still fine. But you can now see they're converging on us. So Chromie is just dead because I didn't pay attention. She doesn't have a hot. I'm taking this is fine. But now I should be moving right. I should just be running away. I should just go back. But I have the feeling that I can still save the Chromie. But if you look at her health up here, like here, that's like one hit from any of the heroes. Like look, she doesn't even have... I mean, we can even click on her. She has... It's never is that 800 health. No, that wasn't 800 health. Whatever that was not 800 health. Yeah, she's dead. And yeah, now I'm dead. So I was under the impression that I could save her. And then this, I'm also making a mistake because if I just go out of Ice Block immediately, I might be able to run away and only get hit by a normal attack instead of getting hit by a heroic strike. So I'm making a mistake there as well. So my positioning again is pretty bad. The good thing is that the Karazim is very trigger happy on his spells, so he's trying to do a lot of damage with it and just kill the Tracer. And he, I think, doesn't do his team a service with that because he basically gives us ample opportunity to just kill him. So, we are in late game. They caught up in XP because of the situation that we had, but we look pretty healthy. We have 36 life, they only have 8. So this is obviously a situation where you just should try now to always stay as 5, never die solo, and just get altars. Okay, I'm trying to now just get regrowth on everybody. The silence against the Varian is used to enable us to run away, so you can't taunt the Chromie. That was the only thing that I was doing. I'm doing bunker in and outing for the armor. And again, the Karazim, you can see him on the right side, is just playing as an assassin. Obviously they have 2 supports, so it's not the end of the world, but it's also not helping them quite a bit. So now everybody is low, and this is something that where Malfurion definitely struggles, where you have to hit enemies to be able heal up your team, and it's very dangerous. As you can see, like he's the only, like Hans is the only target that I can reach, and it's dangerous because if he just Qs me, I'm dead. Good thing for us, we still fight and live, and then we're going to be able to finish the game here, I think. Yeah. Let's have a quick look at talents. On 13, you don't really have a choice, in my opinion. Iceblock is the only viable talent that you have on, like, revitalizes. I tried it. It's like it doesn't give you any mana back. Like his mana issues in the late game are better than and early. Early you really run out of mana really quickly, but this doesn't do anything for you. Like this doesn't help you. And then hindering Moonfire, I think it is good because slow is great, but this one gives you invulnerability on a 60-second cooldown for 3 seconds. Like, do I slow somebody from trying to murder me, or do I just not give them the ability to murder me? So this is always better currently. I don't think there's a... On 16, I think Azera's gift actually is pretty good if you can stay healthy against what they have. Unfortunately, I wasn't able, so I didn't want to opt into this. I think Nature's Balance is currently considered to be the best target talent anyway, because it just gives you more ways to hit enemy heroes with Moonfire, so you heal more, basically. And then obviously the 5-second duration of regrowth. Moonlit Harmony, I think, can be viable, but I personally struggle a lot putting regrowth on everybody, so that's just... And then Life Bloom, I just took this because we were now fighting the boss and I wanted to have some heals heal directly just to make sure that we... Astral Commune is normally what you go for. It gives you the game making abilities where you just jump into, silence them. I think Lunar Shower can also be powerful, but yeah, I think Astral Commune is probably what you want to go for pretty much every time. So we finish this, playing a little bit with the bunker, and that's pretty much it. The Malfurion, the Merlin tries to go in here. I think he just interrupted my... Oh, he did. Well, GG, that's it. Let's have a look at talents and stats. So stat-wise, we were okay. We did more healing than the Brightwing, but their support composition together healed more than me, which is fine, I think. They definitely fed a lot. Like they had 9, 7, and 6 deaths, which is way too much on the map. And then our Blaze did a very good job with XP and siege damage. He basically just ran down the top lane, and that's one of the things that I felt very strongly about when we came into this game. They don't have a solo laner, so for them it clearly was an issue to get him under control. So yeah, that's how you see us. You can see my siege damage is very, very low. I think Malfurion struggles a lot with siege damage, with clearing waves. You don't want to use Moonfire against minions that much anymore because it doesn't have a huge cooldown on. It's only 3 seconds, but it might be 3 seconds that you don't heal anybody if you use it on a minion. So I think that's an issue that you want to avoid. So your siege is very small, and then obviously your roots, your tangling roots never hit minions anymore. So you can't use it to just strangle them a little bit and get some damage that way. So you're just gonna be low in damage. But on the other hand, if you look at the hero damage, I'm nearly at the damage levels of Varian and Merlin because of the Moonfire spam. So you will be putting out some damage to enemy heroes, especially if you also go Twilight Dream, and can use it on a couple of heroes at the same time. This will for your damage build, your damage stats better. And then last but not least, it's the talent build from everybody. Pretty normal from what I can tell you. But this is probably what you want to go for on Malf on most of the games. That being said, on level 7 you have other talents that are viable. I think Wild Growth is probably the best healing talent. Well, it's the only one that does actually heal, but you know what I mean. It's the best talent for if you want to go a heal build and you don't want to go Nature's Cure. And I've played another 2 games, I think, or so, and both times I didn't go Nature's Cure. It's very difficult to use for me. You have to put regrowth on the person and then use it. Um, so for me, it wasn't like, I think this replay I've never used it once. So again, it's for me it's difficult to use. I'm not a very good mechanical player, so wild growth definitely gives you a good heal extension because you just prolong the heal that your team has. Tenacious Roots is also very good, I think. Um, the duration is not huge. 0.3 seconds is not like the end of the world, but whenever you get stunned, the attacking roots cooldown is reset. I think this is very strong on dive compositions where they do dive you, but they can't kill you instantly. So, for example, in this case, they oftentimes stun me, but they couldn't finish me off right away. So, having the roots being reset and then just being able to put them below me, I think would have been a pretty good talent as well. But yeah, that's it. Thank you everybody for watching. Again, sorry for not uploading the drafting thing, but I have to fix the audio issues. I probably have to re-record the whole thing. And this one just was much quicker to do. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And as always, have a good one. Bye-bye.